5.
I don't see 5 yet. Let's refresh. Okay, there we are. Well, I'm back up, but nobody else is yet.
Well, there was the delay,
There
so
was a delay.
well, another new adaptation. Computer screen has to stay fully up.
I guess so.
Yeah, because I had it up pretty good, but I'm assuming all the bumps are just slowly closing it.
I guess. I don't know. I'm looking at my screen.
And I'm looking at the road.
You're over there cussing, and I'm like, what? Because I guess because of the delay.
Yeah, you're still seeing it.
Yeah, Danny's back. He says, you didn't finish the house story.
Yeah, well,
Well, apparently, the bumps in the road, and we got to leave the computer screen
completely up. I had it halfway closed, and I guess, just the vibration of the truck and the little bumps that we had. We've only had a couple little ones. It's just slowly wiggling it or vibrating it to close and gone. So we now have to keep the screen, even though the light is off, the screen's not technically on, I still have it opened all the way, so that vibration,
Doesn't push it
Yeah.
closed and should turn the screen off.
so that'll be
Another
that.
Yeah.
Another adaptation. We're learning as we go, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Rosarina says, I'm back again. Danny says, Jan and I went to look at a house to buy. Nice, it had a dead guy in it. Oh, yikes.
What?
Yikes. And he changed it once. So Jan and I went to look at a house to buy once, and it had a dead guy in it. Dang, we hear about stuff like that happening, but
So that
I've never known anybody that happened to until now.
that sounds like. So I was at band camp once, and when we showed up, this guy was dead.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me go back. I did a screenshot again, so let me see what I missed. Alright, let's see. So you had asked Robert who coined the phrase.
I had
hashtag.
asked.
Antonio said Lord Hashington, and then Danny said I blame millennia. So that was it for that. So let's close that and get back to the live stream. Yep. Okay. So now we're current.
And with a computer with the screen completely open.
Yes.
Good God, y'all.
I can't see the battery now though.
I can see the green light now. So,
Okay.
battery's still hovering at 2%.
Is it okay? Danny said, just wait for the event cruise. I can give Dos Equis guy a run for his money.
What's his phrase? Oh, no, that's not the dose. Yeah. Was it Dos Equis? The debonair guy always in the
Yes.
jacket?
I think it's Dos Equis, isn't that?
he retired, and they were trying to find somebody else.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, excuse me. Fresh Coke.
Danny says you'll be bored out of your mind, but I will be interesting. Tom says,
The most boring man alive.
yes.
Thank you, Danny. I actually caught that one. I told you though.
The most,
Please.
The most
Interesting man.
one,
Yeah,
not
okay,
the most
yeah.
boring, the most interesting. Tom says some sellers are dying to sell before the economy gets worse.
What, they're
Antonio-
DeLoreans?
Yeah, maybe. Antonio says Chris Messina. So I guess that's for the point hashtag.
All right.
Macrina says, did I miss why it's now called the Event Cruise versus the Group Cruise?
Yeah, we can talk about that again. So, this comes full circle with the whole Buc-ee's experience we had the other night. And it was like a big light bulb went over my head. I had been reading some articles, watching different videos, and in the past, I don't know if it started pre-COVID, but definitely post-COVID, people are more interested in experiences than things, right? And this is why Buc-ee's is so popular and doing so well. It is an experience. That's why I feel, even as big as they are, when you go on one of those Icon type ships from Royal, it's an experience. It truly is. And people are willing to pay for that. And so, and I had already made the decision about our group cruise, if you will. But I, at this moment of time, this was on the drive home, decided that we're no longer going to call it that. It's going to be called an event cruise because this is an event. We are creating an experience for you guys. It's not just, some of the subscribers, you guys watching right now, obviously, coming to hang out with us. Yes, that's going to happen, but we are putting on an event for you guys, and it's going to be an experience. So that's why we've decided that we're going to call these the event cruises. It's about providing those who attend an experience, and an experience worth paying, or worth paying for, right?
Danny says, no, she missed it. Don't tell her. And then Macrina says, Danny, hush. LOL.
Now, we'll tell you. Look, I come from an entertainment and production background. So, but normally we have time to put this stuff together, which is why I took 2 months off.
We thought we were taking 2 months off.
Yeah.
Danny says, you get a free cruise and a free cruise.
Yeah, I don't have the exact dollar amount, but it's a lot. And the other thing that we said, Macrina, which I think you missed, is we're going to be giving away around $5,000 in prizes as part of this event.
Antonio says, I think Robert bought the shirts and they messed them up and put event cruise instead of free cruise.
I will say this. I have not bought any t-shirts for anybody. Yet. But I did buy a duck for Mama Mac.
Danny says, is Lego ship like $5,000? Nukrita says, wow, thanks, Robert and Lisa. Our pleasure.
Yes. It typically is our pleasure, but
It's
no.
more like a headache this
Yeah.
time around.
It's our nightmare.
It's our nightmare. But that has nothing to do with you guys. That's, all of this Ohio to back to Florida to Arizona
Yeah.
stuff.
The other parts that you missed is everything that I need. Well, not everything. 3/4 of what I need to pull off what I want to pull off for this production are back in Florida. There was no way to bring it. And even if I brought it, there was no place to put it anyway. So the time that I would have to prep and work with all this stuff, I'm no longer going to have. I mean, that time's gone. Gone. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out. The next part is, and for those who already heard this, I apologize for repeating it, is we had some conversations on our last live stream from Tall Man Mobile about cooperation from the cruise lines. And I think it was Bev or Patricia that was talking about when they were going on or doing the cruises with Richard Simmons, the other Simmons. It actually, how do I repeat all of this? So when most groups, large groups, go onto a ship, they're using the infrastructure that is already there, i.e. the theater or the lounges or whatever that has sound and lights and video capabilities and all of this stuff. It's all there. Well, this is not free to use. So when you go on a ship and you want to use these facilities, you have to pay for that stuff. You got to pay to use a microphone. I mean, you got to pay for everything. You got to pay for their techs to be there to operate those systems. And our group cruise is small. It's, 20, 25 people, something like that. And there's not enough money there to pay for those things. So I have to bring this all on the ship. Well, the cruise lines have never, at least Carnival, I guess because that's where the group cruise is on, they've never had to deal with this in the sense of a YouTube group needing such requirements. And so it's been technically, as this moment right now that we're talking, we haven't even been given final permission. All right, the battery's gone. Hang on, y'all. Here's the new battery.
Okay. Where does that plug in?
Hang on. Hang on, everybody. Here. The computer still has power, by the way, but we want to keep it fully charged. We're going to drain all the batteries off. Lisa's got to find the USB port there.
Gosh. Is that it? I guess that's it. But I don't see a green light on the computer.
All right, press the button.
Where's the button?
I don't know. I don't know. Are you seeing any lights come on?
Yeah.
Does it say 100%? so 100%
I
of the
did
time.
let go, so
Okay.
yes.
So then let's do this.
Okay. But I don't see a green light. on the
I
computer.
understand, sweetie.
Okay.
We may need another rest area. I need to find the other end of the plug.
With
So
this
we-
plug?
Yes. Honey, that's plugged into the computer. I need the white part that we normally plug into the wall. It's in the back seat somewhere. And I don't know where.
Okay. All right.
So we're on battery. I mean the battery of the computer. But obviously these particular batteries don't work like the
The other battery.
other one that we had. Oh my God, it's so warm.
Okay.
Everybody still there?
Looks like it.
Okay.
Um,
I just need to
Danny
find.
says, when you say Mama Mac, who do you mean? Do we need a new nickname for Jan?
Yeah.
And Mama Mac can be Mom?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're gonna need a nickname for Jan.
And then Danny says, I'm confused. Boy, that would be a letdown on both sides, mixing up the Simmons screws.
Say that again, baby.
Danny said, boy, that would be a letdown on both sides, mixing up the Simmons cruises. Yeah, we're confused too, Danny.
I think I know what you're getting at, but because one of the last things I said is we technically have not received approval yet.
And Macrina said, I'm here.
All right, we just need to, like I said, find a rest area or a safe place to pull over.
Okay.
I cannot remember where I put the white thing.
Danny said, My Lady Mac.
Lady Mac. Okay,
My Lady Mac.
my Lady Mac. That's long. Let's call her Lady Mac.
Lady Mac. And Danny said, Richard and Jean.
Richard and Jean, right?
Macrina said, Richard and Jean Simmons, polar opposite.
Right?
Yeah, I could see
Oh, here we
that.
go, rest area.
Oh, okay.
I
good.
love it.
Nice.
So another quick pullover, everybody.
All right.
We're not stopping the stream. I've just got to get the
We got to get the battery working.
power pack
Yeah.
for the computer. You know, I got a Mac, you know, the white part.
Danny said she won't like that.
Lady Mac.
She won't like Lady Mac.
Okay, well, find something else. J Mac.
J Mac. He said Crafty Mac.
Crafty Mac. Crafty Mac and cheese.
Did it say how far away that rest area
No,
is?
but usually
It
those
looks
kind of
like it was
signs are like right there.
Yeah, but I didn't see anything.
No. It's got to be close.
Hopefully we didn't miss it. Oh. Well, this is...
It's just an exit.
Now he said, let's see. Antonio said, yes, Richard will deal you a meal so fast for mistaking him for Gene. Macrina says mac and cheese. And Danny says stable mac. And Macrina says Mac, Jack, and Mama Mac. I said Mac, Jack, and Mama Mac.
No, it is.
It is.
Deer. 3 of them right on the side of the road.
Oh, I missed them.
3/4 of a mile.
Okay. Do we need to look for fuel?
Oh crap. Yes. Holy crap. Yes.
All right, I'll do that when you pull over here at the rest area.
Yeah, we have 100 miles till we're empty.
All right.
Normally
So we need
we're-
something quickly.
Yeah.
Now join the highway. Follow the highway.
All right, so there's a pilot at exit 192.
192.
Is that okay? Let me do a screenshot because I can't read it.
Give it a minute. You should be able to read it in a second. And I'm trying to find a mile marker. 192 sounds like it's going to work. Yeah, because we're at 193. Perfect.
Yeah, so it's the red sign. It is the red sign I thought I saw flashing. Yeah, 1.85 miles.
I don't even see a red sign.
And it's 3.99.
All right, so we're going to have a gas stop too.
Yep. So I guess that's where we're going. Other than that, it's into Tallahassee.
Yeah, no, we're not going to make it that far.
No, definitely don't want to be in Tallahassee. Okay, so back to Stable Mac. I said Mac, Jack, and Mama Mac. Damage. Welcome, Damage. Damage says Jamal. No stupid autocorrect. J Mac.
That's what I said, J-Mac.
Or maybe she would like Jamal. Well, that didn't.
Jamama.
Well, and they're fixed.
All right, and another stop.
And another
If we
stop.
knew we were going to be stopping for gas, we would have just done it here. All right, Pilot it is.
Pilot.
Pontius Pilot.
Route recalculation.
Yeah. I need gas.
Now turn right onto the US 90 West and then make a U-turn.
Oh, the moon's a smiley face tonight. Still
Nice.
big.
All right, where's the Pilot? To the left.
Now make a U-turn and then keep right to join the Interstate 10 West towards Pensacola.
No. Going to Pilot.
Now turn left onto the US 90 East and then make a U-turn. After a 1/4 of a mile, make a U-turn and then keep right.
Oh, you are such a pain in the butt. All right, but where is the Pilot? Is it over here on the right, or is that the Speedway?
I don't know. I didn't see the signs. I couldn't tell you.
At the Speedway.
That is a speedway.
Now make a U-turn and then keep right to join the Interstate 10 West towards Pensacola.
We'll stop for him.
Route
We're
recalculation.
just going to go to the Speedway,
That
which
works.
could
After
be the Pilot.
900 feet, make a U-turn.
No, it's not. But the Speedway's better price.
Yeah, it looks like we can get up in there.
Yeah, well, they got a truck area.
Yeah, okay.
Now make a U-turn.
It's right next to the Awful House.
Oh, okay.
We haven't had an Awful House in a long time.
No.
Follow the road for 2.5 miles.
Technically, I could get in there, but getting out might be slightly more challenging. So we'll go to the truck entrance.
Yeah, good call. It's 369 instead of 390.
I know.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I will take that too.
All right.
All right, we're on 23. See if we can pay at the pump.
We should be able to. Speedway, we usually can.
Yeah, usually, but you just don't know.
Right?
All right, time for gas, everybody.
All right. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
And there's no music playing, so we won't get in trouble.
Hey.
Hang on, Lisa. All right, you're gonna have to pay inside. Lisa, you're gonna have to pay inside.
How much do you want to pay?
Yeah, so going to truck stops, everybody. Most of them we go to, for whatever reason, you can't just use a credit card. I don't know what they're looking for, but you can't use a credit card. So it forces us to go in and make the payment there. And of course, the way this place is set up, the building is quite a ways away. The plus side for going to the truck stops, boy, it fills this truck up fast because they have big, huge nozzles because they're normally filling up the semis. So I'm able to fill up my little gas tank quickly. Well, actually, we are clairvoyant, so we tell everybody everything. Our card was declined for some reason. Our credit card. Have no idea why. It could be because we're traveling, and since my phone's a camera, I can't see if we got a, hey, is this fraud alert? So, let the camera fall on Lisa? How funny is that? Anyway, so she went back in with another card that we haven't used. But a lot of credit cards, when we're traveling, it gives you like a fraud protection alert. All right, just like that, we're filled up. All right, I'm gonna lock this up and filled up one tank, time to go empty another. Actually, let me pull up a little bit. So if another truck needs gas, that's the polite thing to do. Truck area. All right, we'll be right back. been chilly out, everybody. Whew. Especially for shorts and a t-shirt, but it's all right. Went outside for a couple minutes. It's funny the camera's following me. That's funny. I know you guys have been commenting, but Lisa will catch back up with the comments in a minute. That's great. Camera's following us. Oh. Yeah, 61 degrees. I wasn't expecting it to be this cool. Again, nothing like preparation, Robert. Oh, good Lord. I'm surprised. I need to find like a, we've got the 12-volt slots that we have our phones charging from. Now that we're doing this with the computer, if I can find a 12-volt that will take the computer, because the end of the computer charger is like a USB-C. So I need to find a USB-C car phone adapter thingy. I don't even know what to call those darn things. Anyway, Lisa was getting some coffee. That's what she does every time we fill up. I do Cokes, she does coffee. Here she comes. I'm sure the camera will start zooming in on her in a minute. You see her walking quick. I'm sure she's cold too. The two of us. Of course, when we're finally in Arizona, it's gonna be like 108 degrees. Why would we think about wearing long pants and long sleeve shirts? Thank you. Is that what you used?
No.
No?
I use the personal.
All right. Yeah, I was telling them that our card got declined, and my guess is it's a fraud thing. And of course, my phone is the camera. So I can't see the alerts. For me to see the alerts, I have to stop using it as a camera.
I had to walk all the way back over here to tell you that because my phone is a hotspot for the camera.
Yes.
So I couldn't do anything either.
Yeah, this is a mess, y'all. Okay, behind. She's throwing the, she gets a cup of coffee, but then pours that cup into her stainless steel, coffee thing in here. The not Yeti. And then throws that cup away. One of these days, she should just take it inside, fill that thing up instead of the, paper coffee cup or whatever it is. Save a step. All right, go ahead and get yourself set.
Just about shut that computer with my elbow.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I'm trying not to.
We're actually still live. That's my job. So this could probably stay here.
All right. Let's see, what all did I miss in chats?
Oh, there's been a bunch.
Yeah, seems like it.
They were all chatting away, let me tell you.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the camera was following them. Whoever would walk in front,
Uh-huh.
it would zoom in on them. It was kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, I thought so.
All right, so we're, let's see, back to the Jamal. Well, that didn't go well. They're fixed. I'm now DMAC.
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 DMAC and JMAC?
I guess he's not damaged anymore.
Just
they're-
damaged.
Yeah. I tried changing my name and I screwed everything up.
Route recalculation.
Robert
After
makes a
500
U-turn.
feet, turn left onto Blue Star Highway.
All by myself. He's all by myself. Yeah. Antonio said, "Is that Hale moving the camera?"
Now turn
No.
left onto Blue Star Highway.
It's my phone. This is part of the...
Oh, Hal. Okay. It's
Yeah.
Hal. Okay.
No, this is part of the enigma to all of this, right? So, the phone that we're using, that you're seeing right now, the views, that's my phone. When we normally
After a
stream,
quarter of a mile, keep right
our
to
drives.
Join the highway. After a quarter of a mile, keep right to join the
on.
Interstate 10 west towards Pensacola.
towards Pensacola, of course. When we normally do our drives, we use my phone. But the views, hooking it up to the computer and running it through this, the normal software I use for streaming, makes the picture much better. And then, like you said, it's kind of zooming in and moving around. I'm not doing any of that. It's just doing it on its own. It's the craziest thing.
That's gotta be Pro Tools.
No,
Tools?
Now
no,
keep
not Pro
right to
Tools.
join the
No,
Interstate 10 west.
I think it's just the camera focus thingy.
After
I don't
a
know.
quarter of a mile, join the highway.
Anyway, so DMAC said, "Don't forget the DEF." Hal is creepy. Antonia said, "Don't talk about him. He's listening." Macrina said, "Yeah, banks, especially debit cards,
After 1,000
will
feet,
decline
join
after
the
2
highway.
purchases if you don't make a travel notification on it with your bank."
Well, it wasn't our debit card. It was a credit card. We've got a business credit card that
And
we
we
use.
use this the same one we use everywhere we go.
Yeah. So it makes no sense,
0
but
cents.
whatever.
Now join the highway.
We roll with it. That's what we do. If y'all know.
Follow the highway.
So DMAX says, "I highly recommend telling your bank you're getting in a cruise before you get on said cruise." Just saying from experience.
So when we first got this business card, which we use for the cruises too, by the way, because it's part of our business, we called them and said, "Hey, we're going out of the country, we're going on a cruise." They're like, "Oh, you don't have to notify us." Oh, okay, great. Yet I'll still get the texts. "Hey, was this you?" Now I appreciate the texts, right? Because we've had hack problems before.
Oh, yes, we have.
So I appreciate the texts. But I actually don't have to call to notify them, at least because it's a credit card. Banks, 100%. If you're using your debit card on a cruise, you absolutely want to call them ahead of time. However, we always recommend you don't use a debit card, because when you go to the cruise lines, they're going to put a hold on that for a certain amount of money, whether you're spending that money or not. With credit cards, yes, they still do that, but it's not your debit card. It's not coming out of your physical bank account, if that makes sense. Anyway.
Karina says, "Haha, we can call Danny Damn Mac."
DMAC and JMAC.
Danny Damn Mac.
And Damn Mac.
Yes. Antonia says,
DAMAC. DAMAC. Damn Mac.
Damn.
DAMAC.
I don't know, maybe, yeah. Antonio says, "Sorry, Danny, but that's a good one, Macrina." Danny D-Mac says, loves it every time I do. Oh man, that's just mean. But Robert's easy to find with that big old RV hanging out the back, even in the big truck.
I've actually had to do that once or twice because of,
People waiting
as I
in
mentioned,
line.
yeah, I always pull forward, but you know, if somebody pulls in behind me and fills up and is ready to go, I then got to move out of the way. So that's happened to Lisa a couple times. Not often, but a couple times.
Yeah, only a couple times that I can remember that I couldn't find it.
It's usually during the day.
And Bucky's at 206 miles, so I'm glad we didn't decide to wait.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Danny said, at this moment, we see the truck drive off, and we're all a part of a different YouTube channel now. Antonio says it keeps them on their toes. Wives love that. Maybe that's why I'm divorced. And Bev says, I just bet she does, Danny Mac. I mean, T-Mac. Danny says, Antonio, they do. They also like when you honk the horn when they're standing in front of the vehicle. Oh, yeah, that's a good one there. Antonio says, let's tell Robert to do that to Lisa and watch the fun begin.
Well, the fun wouldn't begin too much because the camera's rolling and you're listening.
Danny says if he reads the chat, YouTube will turn off the stream. Bev says it's 61 degrees here too. Antonio says 79 here in Dallas.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, it's cold out. And I look at the truck, I'm like, it's 61 degrees.
Yeah.
And here we are in freaking shorts and t-shirts again.
In Florida, and she's in yeah. It's 61 there. Macrina says, Danny, let's see what the ladies say about you, LOL. And then Danny says, locking the door when trying to get in over and over is loved by the ladies too.
What's going on?
And then Macrina, hurry yet, I don't get that. Hurry yet.
Dear.
Oh yeah, I see him. He's just standing there.
Yep.
He's a pretty big old buck.
That was a doe.
Was it though?
Yep, no antlers.
Fine. She is standing there nice and pretty.
Yes, she was. As long as she stays that far off the road, she's going to continue to stand there nice and pretty.
Pretty big for Florida size deer.
All right, back on the cruise. Cruise control, that is.
Danny says fish.
More deer.
Oh yeah, I
Was
missed it.
one.
I missed it. And Danny says buffalo.
Right? No.
Shark. Macrina says squirrel.
Man, I'll squish me a squirrel. Deer.
I saw that one.
I don't want to squish me a deer.
No, definitely not.
That one's going to hurt. Deer.
Another one?
Yeah.
No.
It's just, one is walking towards us.
Gotcha, yikes. That's always scary.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where we are here, how far behind we are. We're on a concrete barrier. That should be easy to spot as long as I'm not looking at other things.
Right?
You just see one of those.
If we start yelling Bigfoot, you know something's wrong.
Oh, I always yell Bigfoot. We were talking in West Virginia. We saw a sign for our
Mothman.
paused. I'm frozen.
normal.
Yeah. And frozen. Come on, I got 2 bars. You should be moving. Danny says, bridge. Okay, now I'm moving again. And I'm stopped. Oh my gosh.
Now we're just in that, in between area.
And moving.
I want to go that fast.
You want what?
I want to go that fast.
Oh, true. Yeah, I can't do that this time.
No.
Yeah, I was wanting to see how far behind we were because I wanted to see that doe that was just standing there like a
Yeah.
statue. But, oh well. Antonio says,
Deer off in the brush line.
I missed it. I was reading.
That's all right.
Antonio says, yes, don't let the Mothman in your closet. He'll make it a mess. Well, I imagine those, big red eyes of his can, burn laser holes through for a good wardrobe,
Through your soul.
right? Danny says, I once slammed 2 Red Bulls while driving through North Carolina mountains on I-40 at 3 a.m. I swore the metal light dividers on the median were all people. Oh my gosh. Yikes.
Yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. Like the 5-hour energy drinks, Red Bulls, any energy drink.
Just Coke after Coke after Coke.
Yeah. Well, not that many. I mean, if you think about it, we did 2,100 miles. I drank 10. It's one every 200 miles. It's not bad.
Danny says, do a deer,
Doe, a deer. I think that's where he's going.
I was thinking that might be it, but it says do, and I figured, yeah, okay. Nev says, answer to your query, the term hashtag was coined by Steve Boyd, Stowe Boyd, sorry, S-T-O-W-E, Stowe Boyd in 2007 to describe the concept proposed by Chris Messina of using the pound symbol to group message by topic on Twitter.
And we're not going to call it pound. We're going to call it hashtag
Right?
and mess everybody up.
Yeah. In 2007.
A little bright light action for a second.
Bev said Messina had suggested the use of the hash symbol in a tweet for its organizational purpose, referencing the use in IRC chat rooms. But it was Boyd who coined hashtag to describe the concept. DMAX says it was the last last 2 Red Bulls I ever had. Well, aren't you supposed to, like drink one, one at a time? I don't know.
When I was on tour, I would have a Red Bull before we performed every night.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. I broke a few more sticks that way.
Sure you did.
Well, a lot of it is because, per normal, running around all day with my head cut off and not resting, I needed a little extra oomph when it came to the performance. I have to get a case of Red Bull for the event cruise.
Danny says to Bev, they are sleepy enough. Yeah, we are. Actually, oddly enough, I don't feel sleepy at the moment. I just...
There's a body exhaustion that comes with it.
There is. Yeah. I mean, I'm awake. I don't feel like I'm sleepy at all. I just... Maybe I'm not making sense. I don't know.
With the RV attached, it's a little bit... The drive up to Ohio and back was a little bit different because we didn't have the RV. But we are in a big truck, right? An F-350. And it doesn't ride down the road like a car. You feel everything.
Oh yeah, there's a bump to it. It's a truck.
And when you attach the RV, it actually reacts even differently. It doesn't necessarily amplify the bumps, but it continues the bump a little bit longer. Right? Because the truck goes over the bump and you get the bump. And the RV goes over the bump, then you get a gallop after the fact, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to get at
Bump
is,
with a gallop.
yeah, there's the body toll that these drives take. Just being in the truck.
Bev says, I have coworkers who drink nothing but energy drinks.
Oh my
Personally,
gosh.
never had one. I don't think I've ever had an energy. I don't think I've even tasted an energy drink.
They're not bad. I enjoy the flavor of Red Bull.
Do you?
Yeah. I would implode if I had too many, so I don't drink them. I said I would drink one before I perform, but would sweat that out in 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, maybe 20, but quickly. I will tell you this about the group cruise, and I hadn't thought about it before, but I'm thinking about it now, and I think we'll do it. I'll show you some excerpts of one of my concerts. That'll explain everything.
Yeah. Yep, gotta do it. Tammy says, crap, I was going to change my name back, but now I have to wait 14 days.
14 days! Wow.
Whoa.
Now you're going to be DMAC for 14 days.
Man, Big Brother's cracking down on everything.
Yeah, during one of our other drives, didn't you change your name like 3 times?
Yeah. At least.
It's all that fine print in the new terms of service
I guess.
that we all ignore.
And he says he may have a monster once in a while.
I prefer Red Bull over Monster. I've had one Monster. I didn't like it. Not as much. You know, talking about somebody that you worked with drinking nothing but energy drinks. I remember somewhere in my path, I came across someone like that. I forget where it was. I don't know if it was at an event or whatever, but that's all this person ever had was energy drinks. I'm like, how can you do that?
I feel like it was the ball player.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
I was thinking it was him.
You know
'Cause
who?
I do remember somebody bringing a cooler in there was nothing but energy drinks in it. I don't remember who it was.
You know who I think, and I feel I remember who it was? Crespo. Paradise.
Oh, well,
Crespo.
that's somebody I never knew.
Well, you met him once, but no, you never really knew him. But every day. You come in with a handful of them.
No, but there's somebody that I know that does that too. That just energy drink after energy drink.
Yeah, I don't think it was the ball player.
Thought it might have been. Antonio says, slideshow, bring your slides.
Yeah.
And then Danny says, no, I didn't. You just thought it was me, and you rolled with it, and I just rolled with it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, we've got some great video, but of course, because of copyright laws, I can't have them posted.
Yeah.
We'll have a longer discussion about that conversation during one of the segments of the event cruise. Should we tell them my idea about group cruises?
I don't know what idea you're talking about. So I'll leave that up to you because I'm clueless.
The whole con thing?
Con thing? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Bev says, of course now, Red Bull comes in half a dozen different flavors.
That's true.
And Monster too.
Yep, that's true.
And Danny says, full confession, I also just rolled with it not allowed to go through Georgia. Are you kidding me? I've only had one ticket my whole life. Who said anything about a ticket? We figured if you're not allowed in Georgia, it's something bigger than that.
Yeah, your picture's got to be up on a wall somewhere.
I'm telling you, man. Wanted.
D-Mac. Damac. Danny Mac. It's actually reacting slightly different. Yeah, guys, I normally don't travel with the RV behind me, but it's the middle of the night. It is very, very quiet out here, and it really is going to help my right leg a lot. I think we've talked about this before. After a long drive like this, when we're done, when we get there, I end up having to go to sleep with my shoe on. So if I take the shoe off, my toes all curl up and cramp up. And then trying to fix it, a lot of times it ends up creating another cramp in my calf. I tore my calf muscle the last time that happened, which was, I think, on our way up to Virginia. Yeah, it's brutal.
Danny says, actually, Danny isn't my name, and you probably figured that out by now, so I do have an alias. Oh, you've got many.
We just go with Danny.
Yeah. Danny's easy to remember.
Big truck coming, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
behind us.
See that big truck coming down the street. What?
What's 58?
The temperature.
Oh, really? Wow. In Florida.
It's funny, the Panhandle, it does get some seasons.
It does.
It's not just always hot up here.
Chattahoochee, 1 mile.
And 166 miles from the border.
Yay. There you go, Danny. Bridge.
At least overpass.
Yeah, never passed. Fine, whatever.
No, it's bridge.
Antonio says, should we play a game or is it story time? And then Danny says, depends on the story.
Oh my. Well, we're certainly not going to be playing license plate and card games because, boy, there ain't many of them on the road tonight. Excuse me, which is just fine with me generally because it's a nice, relaxing drive.
It has been, hasn't it?
Yeah. We'll have enough stress once we get into Texas.
You have any stories you want to share?
I can't think of any.
I don't know, Antonio, what game you want to play?
Well, what story do you want to tell?
Or what story do you want to tell?
Yeah. We're sure going to have to type it out.
Yeah. Hopefully you've got a microphone feature on your phone there. Antonio says, how about songs with women's name in the title?
Beth.
Roxanne.
It's funny. I look over to the left and I swear those are the bushes. Tumbleweed.
Oh yeah? Oh, let's what other songs have women's name in the title?
What did you say? What
I
was?
said Roxanne.
Oh. Roxanne.
Oh yeah.
Thought that's what you had said.
That's what I said. Danny says I can explain how to make a paper cup. It truly is riveting. Oh, Antonio said Billie Jean. Good one,
Oh
Antonio.
yeah.
How can you make a paper cup?
Is that anything like underwater basket weaving, Danny? If so, I vote for skipping the story.
Oh, Danny says Jolene. That's a
Oh. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene.
Yeah, you missed one.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. Y'all understood. That's how y'all know you're not getting a musical.
Bev says, I call to win Mariah. I don't know that one. Call the wind Mariah.
Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. Me and the
Antonio
boys
says,
are
Jane by
playing.
Jefferson Airplane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm drawing so many blanks.
I can't pull anything out of my head. I got Roxanne though.
You
At least I
did.
got something.
I got Beth, but
Yeah. After, I couldn't even think of Billie Jean.
I know, right?
Yeah.
There should be a half a dozen others up in
I
there.
know.
Yeah, word games are going to be tough for us. You guys are going to kick the crap out of us.
Oh, I agree.
That's all right.
Oh, Antonio said Barbara Ann.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, rocking and a rolling. Damn.
Let's see. Beth said, oh, Antonio says Maggie May. Danny said Janie's got a gun.
Oh, yeah. Janie got a gun.
Yeah. Antonio says Maggie May. Bev says Suzanne by Leonard Cohen. Antonio says Sweet Caroline. How can we forget that one?
Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba.
Right.
So good, so good, so good. Everybody now.
Bev says Crackle Rosie. Another one I don't know.
Isn't there one?
What's the one from Fleetwood Mac? Brianna? Is that the title, or is that just the? I don't know the name of the title. Danny says we have Google. You were driving.
Yeah, I know.
True. We're driving and we're out of it anyway.
If we do anything like this on the event cruise, I'm making you all turn in your phones. Especially you, Danny. I think everybody else can keep theirs, but not you.
Ooh, Danny says, and this is why we aren't doing karaoke on the cruise. For real.
Exactly.
You have no idea.
What's really a shame is I used to get paid to sing. Very little, but still.
I got an invitation to do Star Search before Star Search was even done.
Yeah, nice. We played on Star Search before I was
I
a
remember.
wee.
I remember.
They got their butts whipped by the duo.
Bev says Annie's song by John Denver.
Oh.
Danny says I'm not using Google. I don't need to the gauntlet dropped. Oh, Antonia says Sherry. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's like
I was thinking oh Sherry.
Sherry, baby.
I was thinking oh Sherry
Ah,
from Steve Perry.
okay, well. He said one, we said the other.
Yeah. Right?
Hey, would you come out tonight? Come out tonight.
I just remember the tenors. Should have been gone.
No.
That was pretty cool. What ship was that on? Was that on the Aqua? No, that was not on the Aqua. What ship was that on?
It's a Royal Caribbean ship.
Was it Royal?
Yep. Because that's the only cruise line they basically sing on.
Gotcha. Danny says Journey, Sherry. Thank you. Let's see. Antonio says Robert has a lot of stories. How about your best Halloween story? Halloween is coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any Halloween stories? You have a ghost story, don't you?
I got paid. I got blamed for toilet papering a house that I didn't do.
Danny says, "Hey Jude," but Jude is a guy. Jude's a dude.
Dude's a dude. Doesn't work. Sorry, you lose 10 points. Thanks for playing. Yeah, back in high school, I was. I don't even know what to call myself. But at least when I was in high school, in the area I was in high school at, was in the drum line, and they were always the ones everybody wanted to hang out with. And usually the eldest in the line was the, I don't know, the person who creates the most havoc, for lack of a better phrase, I guess. I don't
The
know.
biggest troublemaker.
Yeah, okay, we could say that, but I wasn't really a troublemaker. Anyway, so we lost our band director my senior year in the strangest of ways. And of course, many of us were actually very close to him. So anyway, so this new person comes in, and nobody like it. It just, that might not be part of the story. Anyway, as part of that whole process, there was this young man. I can't remember if he was a freshman or a sophomore, but he was new. I'm thinking he was a freshman, and his father, who had a bit of a musical background, came in. We were actually without a band director for some time. And so the assistant principal came in for a while. Anyway, in one of the jazz band classes, this kid's dad came in. And nobody liked the kid to begin with. And it turned out they liked the dad even less. Anyway, I guess somebody toilet papered their house during Halloween. And me being where I was in the band, I get blamed for it. Not only did I get blamed for it, this guy called the cops. Literally told them I did it, even though I hadn't done it. Which is again the truth. So the next day in school, I get a call to go down to the principal's office. I'm like, well, what's this all about? And so there's the assistant principal, the principal, and two cops that start interrogating me about this dude's house being toilet paper. And I'm looking at him like, what? What are you all talking about? Like, first of all, like I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't do it. But even if I had, is that actually a crime? Toilet papering somebody's house? I don't know. Anyway, that was just... It was just a nightmare year. You know, people's senior years are in school typically supposed to be a little on the special side, right? You're graduating high school, you know, moving on to an adulthood a little bit, right? Not for me. My senior year sucked. In many ways. That's just one of them. Losing our band director. Yeah, anyway, does anybody know, is toilet papering a house a crime?
I wouldn't think it would be,
I mean, literally, cops in the principal's office. Like, are you kidding me?
and so I have to make a retraction here. Jan was the one who said, "Hey Jude." So Danny said, "I woke her up," or we woke her up.
J-Mac.
Yeah, and that was her answer, not mine. Antonia said Angie by the Stones. Bev said Angie Baby by Helen Reddy. Antonia said Oh Donna by Richie Bonds. Bev says Wake Up Little Susie.
Oh, yeah.
Antonia says Susie Q.
Man.
And Danny says not drummers, horn players, particularly trombone. We have very strong debaucheries. Not sure what that word is. Antonia says was Mr. Whipple there also interrogating?
Yeah, right?
With a Charmin?
Oh my gosh.
Bev says probably considered vandalism. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know.
It's toilet paper. I was telling somebody else this, we were telling Liz that story. And she couldn't believe it. She's like, man, around here that's like a rite of passage.
Oh, I remember her saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, you feel left out if you don't get your house toilet paper.
Yeah. Again, I still to this day, I have no idea who did it, why they did it, if it was random, or if it had something to even do with the band. I had no clue. But, man.
Danny says it would be considered vandalism. I don't know.
How can it be vandalism if you're not breaking anything or vandalizing anything?
I mean, it depends. I guess because, like toilet paper, you see, in the bathrooms, they wet it and wad it up and throw it and stick it to the ceiling. That stuff, from what I understand, doesn't come down. So, I mean, I guess I can see if it was wet toilet paper, but if it's dry toilet paper, I mean, it's easy enough to pick up. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. So, I'm trying to think in my brain if I even asked. So, yeah, I don't know if they got, like you said, wet it and used it like an egg and threw it against the house. I could see that. But I just envisioned their trees got decorated like Christmas tree lights, but with toilet paper.
Right.
That's what I envisioned.
That's what I envisioned, too. I don't know.
I'm like, you got me down here for somebody decorating their trees? Isn't there something else y'all might be doing that's more important? Of course, I mean, this was in the 80s. Our town was very little back then.
Danny says, and I'm probably saying this wrong, debaucheries is very strong mouth muscles. Just saying.
Amateur.
Amateurs? Is that what it is? Amateurs. Okay.
Amateurs.
Amateurs. I don't think I've ever heard that word.
Yeah, the amateur is any wood, any instrument that is requiring air. Even woodwind players have to have an amateur to play saxophone or clarinet or whatever. But in his case, he's talking about the trombone. Right? That's the muscles that you're using. Like, the easiest thing for me to explain to you, Lisa, is like a trumpet. Trumpet's
I
got
get it. I
3
just-
valves, right?
Yeah.
So the muscles in your face are either tightening up or loosening up depending on you want to go higher or lower. And then the valves make up the difference.
I just don't think I've ever heard that word before. Antonio says, hey, during COVID, he would have thanked you for the TP.
Right?
Oh my gosh, that is so true.
Quick, get it off the tree before it gets wet. We can use it. Oh my God, y'all remember that? That was people hoarding toilet paper. It was crazy.
Danny said, but you as a teenager didn't know the term defamation of character or
Right?
slander. Yeah.
Unbelievable. The funny thing was, my personality, me. If someone had come to me and said, hey, let's go do this, I would have said no, because I'll be the one that gets blamed for it. So, maybe it was some of the other guys, and they did it without saying because they know I'd get blamed for it anyway.
It was probably the rest of me.
What's that other phrase that I didn't know at the time? Plausible deniability.
Ah, there you go.
Wasn't there? Didn't do it. Area, what?
Danny says that's why drummers were popular, horror players were.
Oh no, it was the drummers in my band.
It was the drummers in my band too.
We're the guys creating all the havoc.
Always.
Typically in a good, fun way. I remember this one time at band camp.
Oh my gosh.
How many of those movies did they make? Like 5 of them?
I don't know. Maybe. There was a lot of them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
145 miles to the border.
All right.
We are making progress, boys and girls.
You're almost out of Florida.
Well, I won't go that far. we are closer,
I was complaining about Texas. Why?
right?
Yeah, this is the longest stretch of Florida, which is the most boring.
Well, the funny thing is, a lot of Texas is just like this,
It
but without
is.
trees.
But, in Texas, there's more hills.
This is a hillier part of Florida. Of course, we're not in one right now, but yeah, once we pass San Antonio, nothing. Which is why the speeds out there, I think the speed limit's like 85.
Danny says you were just the ones getting caught, and I do have band camp stories.
Oh man.
You gotta hear some of your band camp stories.
Oh no. Keep those for the group cruise.
Right. Antonio says my Halloween story. I had a high school football uniform on that was way too big at my shoulders. My older brother and his friends chased me for candy. My pants fell off while I was running, and the helmet turned, and I was looking out the ear hole.
Oh, that's great.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. Bev says, and yet the store where I worked only ran out of TP the weekend the schools closed. After that, we always had some in stock. Now, Lysol and hand sanitizers, those we could keep in stock.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, I was never crazy at Halloween. The funnest thing I ever did when I was in the military, I was also part of a community theater group, and every year during Halloween, the local mall would donate one of the empty store spaces that weren't rented and let them build a haunted house in there. And that was like one of the big attractions, if you will, the haunted house every year. I did that for 2 years. That was real fun building that out. I got to be Beetlejuice.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that.
When
That scared the crap out of
I
some
was,
people.
I don't know, 14 or 15, somewhere around in there. I don't know. Our church decided we were going to have a Halloween carnival. And so, everybody kind of, got in little teams, and everybody had their own little thing going, cakewalk, and, running egg races. You have an egg in the spoon, and just all kinds of stuff. Well, I got to do the haunted house. And, it was okay. I thought it was okay. But there were people running out of there screaming. And I was so surprised by that. But I was really, really skinny. And so there was this one little cubby in the room that we had used. And so I would hide in this cubby, and I would soak my hand in ice water. And when people would walk by, we had like the fluorescent lights go, so things would glow. But after people would walk by, I would reach out and grab them with that ice cold hand.
Nice.
Skinny, yeah. And so that was my thing. But we had made little pathways with sheets, and at the end of it, you had to walk through like this maze to get to the end. And at the end, we had a rocking chair, and we were just kind of pushing the rocking chair. I would leave when they would go through and run over and push that through the sheets, and it would look like the chair was just rocking by itself. And then they had to turn around and come back the other way. And then there was a doorway that we had used like a little rope to have like a sheep ghost. And so they would come, and we would let the rope go, and the ghost would come flying out at them.
That's cool.
I was surprised how many people ran out of there screaming. Danny says me and Jan had a costume party right after we were married with some alcoholic beverages. I was a cow with actual udders. We went to a haunted house, and I asked a female cop if she wanted to milk me.
Ouch. Did you get slapped?
By the cop or by Jan?
Or did you get milked?
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Antonio says, was that in Georgia? Is that why you can't go back there, Danny? That is so funny. His most wanted picture with udders. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I remember the craziest costume that I think I've seen was a guy doing a flasher. So he was wearing a trench coat, walking around, barefoot. He had used like dark colored yarn and like made little curly cues out of it for like chest hair. And when he would walk up to people and open open up his trench coat and like this vacuum cleaner hose would come flying out at people.
Oh man, that's just wrong.
Right?
We had a couple dudes dress up as sperm. They got sent home to change. Yeah, that didn't go over well.
I can imagine. Oh my gosh. Danny says mother and brother-in-law quickly ushered me away. At least somebody was in their right mind. That's so funny. Hey, look, there's a sign for Buc-ee's.
Hey, only 153 miles.
Antonio says, I just poured myself a bowl of cereal. I don't know if I want it after hearing Danny's story. You should think twice about that, huh? That's so funny.
Yeah, I can imagine his brother. We're sorry, he hasn't been milked in a while. He's putting up some pressure. So we're just gonna move on. Have a nice day, officer.
Oh my goodness.
He's an utter mess. Should I continue?
You're being utterly ridiculous right now. Tanny says, I did tell her I had chocolate and vanilla.
Did you also offer a swirl?
Yeah, now that I think back, not a proud moment. Oh my gosh. That is so funny.
Yeah. How's the battery doing?
48%.
Ah.
It's actually doing better than I thought. This one's so much smaller than the other battery.
Well, it is, but remember the other one was,
Half,
Yeah.
was already half gone.
and the computer wasn't fully charged.
Gotcha.
So it drained a lot of the battery charging.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when these batteries run out, y'all, that's it.
Right.
So you'll have to go to Facebook and look for picture updates.
I guess. Man. Well, it won't be as fun as the Ohio trip because y'all know where we're going now.
Yeah.
The Ohio trip was like, what in the world are you two doing?
Not just that, but I mean, we were going through states, every few hours, every 3-4 hours.
Right.
So it was kind of fun. Here, we're gonna hit Texas and be in Texas for 16 hours.
Yeah.
But once we get out of Florida, we go through a couple states fairly quick. I'm not sure how much of that y'all are gonna get to see. One, because it's, well, I don't know how long y'all will be able to stay with us. And two, I don't know how long the batteries are gonna last.
True. Get a silver alert.
Silver alert. We had a blue alert the other when
Yeah,
we were driving
in
back.
South Carolina, wasn't it? When
Yeah.
about it? A
No,
blue
North
alert-
Carolina.
Was it North Carolina? It
Yeah.
was a blue alert for Georgia, and we weren't even in Georgia. Which
Yep.
I didn't know what a blue alert was, but yeah, an armed and dangerous guy who attacked a police officer.
I'd never seen a blue alert before.
No, me either. Danny says I'm going to bed when you get to Havana.
Okay.
Well, we got a ways to go still, you know.
Yeah, a couple hours with us.
Yeah. Don't feel rushed. It's not like we're going through Georgia. Just saying.
Georgia's only 100. Well, depending on when we were going to Ohio, we were going up 95. So we're only in Georgia for
Not long.
113 miles, I think.
Was it that long?
Yeah,
I had no
it's
idea.
too bad.
It didn't seem too long.
Hour and a half. We drive 75 to 80.
Panama City, 1 mile. Oh, please tell Jan, sorry I woke her up. Yeah, that was a while ago. Whoops.
Yep, she's probably already gone back to sleep.
Probably going back to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, the cruise control just does not function the same way with the RV attached. Without the RV, it stays locked on to speed, uphills, downhills. It controls all of it, which is great. The RV attached is so heavy that it's got to give it more gas on the up, but on the down, we go way past where I have it kept. So we start speeding up. Like, yo, slow down.
Danny says, I said that not realizing it's 2 a.m. Some people have work. Safe travels. We will save the remaining young and drunk Danny stories for the cruise. Sounds like the plan.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for being part of number 5.
Right.
Who do we got left? Who's still out there? I know Antonio's there.
Well, it's recently just been Antonio and Danny and Bev has been in there too. I think Macrina fell asleep.
Yep, she's got the nightlight running probably.
Yeah, that's my guess.
So
Bev may still be up, Bev and Antonio.
I wonder if we go ahead and stop the stream, as much as we love to keep it going to help keep us awake. But since we're on battery,
Right,
And we
we
have
will
a-
have it for tomorrow some too.
yep. Yeah, because we have no way to recharge the batteries.
That's true.
Wish I could find that stinking cable. I just can't for the life of me remember where I saw it.
Well, you know, maybe in daylight you might be able to find it. It's probably right there in front of you.
Maybe.
Peace, Danny.
Peace.
Antonio says, I'm not working, so I can stay with you till the batteries die. Nice.
What do you mean, Antonio? Didn't you just recently start a new job? Oh, yeah.
Bev says, I'm switching to nightlight. I too have to work. Okay, Bev. Well, thank you for joining us.
Well, if your nightlight turns off, it's because we decided to go ahead and close up shop.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just discussing whether we wanted to do that and save what back.
Oh, looking a little fuzzy.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Antonio says, yes, but it wasn't what they promised me. 40 miles a day for a 4-hour shift.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
Doesn't pay for the gas.
Well, that's cool. And he says, but I had an interview for another job, so maybe. Yeah. We'll definitely keep you in our prayers. Yeah, things are still a little strange since COVID. I think.
Well, things are just strange all the way around, period. Lots of funkiness.
Yeah.
Well, we try to provide our own brand of levity.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so it's stopping on the gas to get up the hill, but we're actually accelerating.
Interesting. Yeah, you might have to, at least until we're out of the hills, take it off the cruise. Antonio says, if not, I'll join Danny Mac and come to Florida to help you guys.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're still not going faster than I would like, but we're right at the edge of it. Like I have cruise control set at 60. At the moment, we're doing 65. We literally accelerated up the hill, then with all the weight behind when we go down the hill. In this case, it was just maintaining speed. But the other hill, we actually got faster. Like, man.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's calibrated for not pulling,
Yeah.
not towing. It's funny because, you got that little tow switch on there. You'd think that would,
Well, but I don't have it engaged. If I had it engaged,
I don't think that,
not with these little hills. It would on the big hills, it would downshift to help control the braking, control the speed, I guess I should say.
gosh. That was a weird effect. The truck that was just going underneath that overpass, his lights were reflecting on the overpass. That was a weird effect.
We passed by this truck on the way back to Florida last night. It was a car carrier, but it was empty. That thing was lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah,
That truck had so many lights on it,
that was awful.
it was insane.
Right?
And 4 of them were rear facing and they were really bright.
Yeah, it looked like he was riding his brakes.
Yeah, it was rough.
I don't think I've ever seen that many bright lights on a truck.
Not on a car carrier for sure. Or bright lights, yeah. We've seen plenty of semi rigs that are.
I see those all the time, but
Yeah.
those lights were bright.
Yeah, his side lights were okay. It was just those 4 rear-facing ones.
Yeah, no, that was not good.
At least it wasn't white. I mean, they were red, but they were really bright. Video every day. You know, a little 30, 40 second clip about one of the interesting news pieces that are out that particular day. But I haven't seen that. If that news came out in the last 3 days, it's probably because we've been driving.
Right.
Speaking of which, got to tell our people that we would be driving that just go ahead and do what they do. Which is even more important at the moment because my phone is preoccupied, so I'm not seeing any alerts.
Someone texted me a bunch of email from Kyle.
Yeah, okay, so he's working.
I only saw one though. Usually, when he's working, there's like 10,
Well, I'm sure there are 10, but you only got one.
maybe. I imagine people in Galveston will be happy to have the Verizon there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So now they've got an MSC show. They'll have the Galveston in Galveston. They'll have the Verizon in 2027. What else is going over there? Can you remember? I feel like, is it
MSC,
Royal going over there
NCL. Yeah, it's
too? I think Royal's,
Galveston is going to become a major
It is.
player.
Yeah, I think so.
Speaking of 2027, but not 2027, and it doesn't matter because we haven't picked yet because this stuff all got in the way. But we started to look at all the cruise options for 2026, and I am absolutely amazed at how many of these ships essentially do exactly the same thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We've got a list of, I don't know, 20 options maybe, and all but one of them all go to Cozumel. Every single one of them. Probably 70% of them, if not 80%, go to Costa Maya as well. And I'm like, man. And this is ultimately why we put the poll up, because we did find one. I think it was a 9 or 10 day cruise. And it goes to some great places.
It really does.
Not western, sort of eastern and southern.
More southern, yeah.
But it's a 10 day. But price per day was fantastic.
Right.
Because that's the other thing that we had been doing is I create a spreadsheet, put it all in there, put all the pricing in there, and blah, 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 and the days of the cruise, and sort of divide it out backwards to see how much it costs per day. We've set a cap. We'd like it to be no more than $80 a day.